shit sweet, got souls on deck, and my youngin' did it sweet. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat, man. This shit is sweet. I'm on go. They don't believe. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming, Vinny, bees. Them devils screaming out, blood and murder. I'm about to close the curse. Mama grind, work. Sorry, all the lines ain't work. Them niggas weak, they be church. On a west, niggas serve. They come to line, I'm on double black. I'm hit his ass, bite. And I come through 300 strong, 44 to be a night. All my niggas weak. Minutes with the ice. That all y'all the street. Day all the street. The nigga made the rain. Make his days. He ain't one of us. He ain't one of us. He'll free. All black gully jack. All the jacks go treat. I keep it low to the UBK play for keeps. Hey, shit sweet. Got souls on deck. And my youngin' did it sweet. And my youngin' did it a whole nother way. This a whole nother way. I'm in the field with the cleats. I'm in the field. One of us here bring one of us here. All black gully jack, man. All black niggas go retreat. All them niggas go retreat. All black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. All them niggas go retreat with the cleats. I'm in the field. One of us here bring one of us here. All black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. All them niggas go retreat. On my Facebook, that's for real with it. For real with it. Good on my tweets was good on my deal with it. You feel with it. Just off at the uncle. Just feel with it. Feel with it. Targets on the move. That's on the move with it. I speak true cause it's necessary. Color Jack revolutionary. Color Jack hold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. No sweet soul, yo, preacher man, he's your preacher man. Matter of fact, he weak. It's more time for all nigga. You ain't hard, nigga. You ain't nigga. You ain't us, nigga. You spark cars, you take cars. We form up, been ranked. We been ranked. It's rap shit. All black, no bright shit. No real life, no cap. Real life, no cap. That's cap shit. That's cap shit. I keep it low to the UBK play shit sweet, got souls on deck, and my youngin' did it sweet. It's a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the clean. One of us here, come through all black gully jack, man. All the niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All the niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the clean. He ain't one of us here, come through all black gully jack, man. All the niggas go retreat.
Outside, you in the crib with the ball outside. I get it on outside, from the dusk to the dawn outside. So when the born outside, I'll catch you wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword's drawn outside. This next caliber, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib with the ball outside, I get it on outside. And that's a definite, cannonball, wrecking shit, excellent. Rhyme for rocket bombing like the president. I remain strong, King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. Hardcore, heaven sent, chain on, element, throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the braids in, shades on, made men, cause we put in work to start the earth until it change in. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid when we bout to leave the sword, the stone, nigga, we warriors. Hardcore, track with the crowd, to let the Hebrew speak, nigga, general eyes. And we talk super heavy, nigga, that's the surprise. With all scripture, street talk, working Captain and Kai, nigga, we blazing, ripping mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max, till we cracking the pavement. UPK got a one West Harlem, nigga. We spring forward and they falling like it's Harlem, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud, and putting feeling in your cord unplugged, and that's real. Oh, I get it, Cat tie war, they not of our kind. I need the order that is handled kind, not the one kind. Without a doubt in my mind, I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody that come against us, they should probably resign. It's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? I'm crazy, sell out like bombs to get the sword down. I'm gonna sell out these poles to get the fall down. Yeah, sure it started the war, but I'm an ending, cause the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the booth every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth, and I'ma defend it. And I get my second wind just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside. It's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So when I'm on outside, don't catch you wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. It's Excalibur, you better be on outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside.
Nobody safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, slip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still a break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in a clip. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. A lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. You don't want that kind of war, ready for that bullshit. Kinda like a matador. Get this kind of focus, you gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls.
You want me to move that to the side? Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Check, check, 1 2. Check, check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check, check, 1 2.
Test, test, test. Most High in Christ. Let's clap it up. Shalom. Yahweh Shemi Al Barakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Athah Shemi Al to all the sisters. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? Out here in Durham, North Carolina. Precinct Officer 500,001 holding it down until Officer 5,000 Yahweh gets here. This is the history class, Monday night. Also the Monday night scripture breakdown class. Again, Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. She's in the truth since 1969. You understand? We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, organization, church, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. We stand alone. You feel me? So, Most High in Christ. So, of course, this being the scripture breakdown class, if anybody has any questions of any kind, I'm saying now, of course, will be the time to ask your questions. If you're watching online, you can just type it into the chat, and you know what I'm saying we'll get to it as soon as we can. If you're in the room, just go ahead and raise your hand. What you got, Maya Shah?
Salaki, if I could, where is it said in the Old Testament that the Messiah or Christ would be hated? I think it was like a prophecy talking about Christ in the Old Testament that he would be the most hated man.
That Christ would be hated?
Yeah, he'd be the most hated man on in the world or something like. I think it was going through his lineage, sir.
In the Old Testament?
Kind of a concert. It's like a prophecy foretelling of Christ in the New Testament. I mean, in the Old Testament about how he would be hated throughout the earth.
Let's see. It's not coming to me, but let me see what I can find.
Kind of a concert.
So like, hey, shalom. Let me see. Hold up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not really coming to me right now. Let me see. You might be talking about Isaiah 53. Where it says he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And it says, surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. That we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted, but he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Isaiah chapter 53, I believe, is a prophecy for Christ. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, come on, sir. I see.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and read that. Start at verse Isaiah chapter 53, start at verse 3.
Come. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Come on, God, this is, sir. Verse 4. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. Verse 5. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
Right.
It was bruised for our iniquities.
God.
The chastisement of our peace was upon him.
Right.
And with his stripes we are healed.
God, so I believe this, like we were talking about. What we're going to do is, when the Ottawa arrives, we can get some more clarification on it to ensure that this is what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So basically the question would be Isaiah chapter 53 verse, you can start at verse 1, but really like 3 through 5. Right? And we're going to just clarify to make sure that it is in fact a prophecy about Christ. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get clarification to make sure that is the case. Go ahead, please, Maisha.
Come on, sir. Yeah, I think this is it, sir, because I wanted to show just how, Christians, they all wear the cross, go to church and all that, and claim to love Christ. But according to this, they would hate Christ by these standards. Like right. this is the man who upheld the law down to the T. Like, this would be a man that a so-called Christian would hate. Despite them, wearing that cross, going to church.
You can't. A Christian wouldn't say that. Like, if you were to say that to a Christian based on this scripture, you would hate Christ. They would be like, no. They wouldn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh well, he was bruised for our sake, so on and so forth. No, we love Christ because he sacrificed himself for us. So that wouldn't necessarily prove that a Christian would hate Christ. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So is that when you go and show them how in the New Testament Christ did not do away with the law?
That's where you want to go. You want to show them that Christ didn't do away with the law. You want to show them what? You want to show them that Christ did what? Who does? Read my mind.
Does as the UPK does.
There you go. You're right. Damn right. The water yonder, son. You want to show them that Christ would be like us, not like you.
Right. Slack, if I may,
Please.
he would hold that mirror up to him and show him like, you disgusting.
Right, absolutely. Christ, you pull
Most High
scriptures
Christ.
where Christ went and told the sister what? Go now that way and do what? Sin no more. They don't want to hear that because why? Because they went to the strip club last night and they going to church this morning. You know what I'm saying? Or they were stripping at the strip club last night and they held hands in a prayer circle while, you know what I'm saying, so they can go make some more money on the stripper pole. You understand? They don't want the like you said, the mirror held up to tell them what you're doing is wrong. That Christian church, you read to them what? You read woe be unto the pastors. They're gonna melt right in front of you. Like, good night. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not my Jesus is gonna go right out the window. You understand? And most importantly, you always want to remember, you know what I'm saying, that when it comes to these things, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, follow ranking order. You get into a you know what I'm saying, of course, some Christians say something that of course is not in accordance with the scriptures or whatever, you know what I mean? You can talk to them, you can rap with them, but when it comes down to breaking things down, you want to, of course, lead them in the direction of the Isupk, you know what I'm saying, the priests and prophets, until, of course, you take your officer's test and then you become an officer, then you can go to town. You know what I'm saying? But that's we follow protocols to the T in here. You know what I'm saying? That's how that goes. Was there any other questions in the room? Let me actually check. Let me see 1 second. Let me check online. Bear with me. Nothing on the YouTube. And let me see the Facebook before I get into a little topic. Everybody to Wab though? Oh God. What's high Christ? Nothing on Facebook either. All right. Let's see. Like I said, officer of 5,000. Yeah, Howard will be here shortly. Matter of fact, let's delve into that. That's what you brought up was a very, very interesting, right? Let's talk about that real quick. Give me Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16. Isaiah 9 and verse 16. You know what I'm saying? And let's delve into this idea. Everybody swears that they know what time it is. We all was Christians before we came in this place.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean that you was in a Christian church, because I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I wasn't in. I was raised by my grandmother. My grandmother probably has not seen the inside of a church outside of a funeral since the 60s or 70s. I was raised by a grandmother that wasn't up in the church. My grandmother wasn't praying, putting hands on me, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I love my grandmother. Right. She's a Christian.
Come.
Every Louis Farrakhan is a Christian.
Right.
You understand? What's the cat's name what's the cat who couldn't keep his hands off of children before R. Kelly? The one, the dude, what's the Nubians? Dr. York. An effing Christian.
Right.
You understand? If you're not in the ISUPK under Command and General Yana, you're a Christian.
That's right.
It's just that simple. Because you don't understand the Christian, think of the word Christian just to mean like this. There's people that understand the Bible, and there's people that don't understand the Bible. The people that understand the Bible are where? In the ISUPK under Command and General Yohana.
That's right.
The people who don't understand the Bible are where? Not in the ISUPK under Command and General Yohana. You understand? Now give me that scripture, if you could.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people.
Now stop right there. Now this brother, unbeknownst to him, or maybe beknownst to the brother, he brought up an excellent concept about, you understand, Christianity and what these people, you know what I'm saying, what they think and they would they how would they receive Christ? Would they love Christ? Would they accept him? Would they look up to him?
Right.
Would they be led of him? Absolutely not.
That's right.
Was John the Baptist led of Christ? For barely, like maybe literally a minute.
Damn.
For like 1 minute, he was down.
Right.
And then he went right on back to dipping people in dirty water.
Come on.
You understand?
Oh, God.
This whole thing, this make people mad when you tell them that, yo, like if you're not an ISUPK, you a Christian.
Right.
Fake Israelites. Oh, wait. Yeah, you go ahead, man.
So John the Baptist wasn't an Israelite?
No, John the Baptist was absolutely an Israelite.
Right.
Him and Christ were like related by blood. They were cousins. Him and Christ were related.
Kind.
Yeah, John the Baptist was an Israelite. I'm glad you, and see the young man, he don't even know. I'm so glad you said that too. He was an Israelite.
Right. I was making
Guess
sure.
who cares? Not me. Not Commander General Yohana.
Right.
Not anybody in the school. Why? Because being an Israelite, what that mean? Nothing. That's great. It means something in terms of I love my brothers and my sisters. But what does it mean in terms of being under Christ? Not a goddamn thing. Which is why Paul said what? They are not all Israel who are of Israel. So John the Baptist was an Israelite. But he wasn't in the truth. He wasn't. Because he didn't follow Christ. He sent men to go ask or see if Christ was the one. He sent men to go be like, are you the one we're supposed to follow? I don't know. Like, you're doing some funny things. You might be somebody else. You know what I mean? Christ was saying parables that had people lose. They was like confused. They could not understand what he was saying at all. And because he couldn't understand it, you know what John the Baptist kept doing? He kept dipping. No, I don't want to say baptized. I want to be careful. No, you're right. I know what you're saying. He kept dipping people in water. Just like your auntie and your uncles and your grandmother and your daddy and all your family members. I want to be, what my man saying in Baby Boy? I want to be saved. I want you to come get baptized with me, Jody. Why? So and then literally after he said that, what did he do? I don't want to spoil the movie. Who did not see Baby Boy? Did you? I don't know about you. Did you see Baby Boy? You seen it with me, Con. And what did he do? What did he do after he said, I want to be saved? He committed murder. He murdered a brother. Shot him up. Right? After he claimed, I want to be saved. I don't want Jesus to like turn your ass around. All of that. And then you go kill somebody? Because guess what? Even if he had got dipped in that water that night, he would have still committed murder. You know how many drug dealers and murderers and brothers who's in the streets, you know how many of them been baptized? Please, what you got, young man?
Yesterday I seen one of my homeboys when I was in the world.
Mm-hmm.
His mom, right? And she was like, yeah, this brother, he done did the whole 360, but I already know she Christian.
Mm-hmm.
She was just looking at me. She said, that brother right there, he done did a whole 360. I'm like, she like, yeah, in Jesus' name, this stomp. I was like, yo, but her boyfriend, her husband is a drug dealer. You feel me? So I'm like,
and I guess she don't know what he do.
Right.
Yeah, sure. No sweat. Tell me anything. Read it from the top, Maya Shaw.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people.
For the leaders of what?
For the leaders of this people.
For the leaders of this people, man. What is this people is talking about?
It's like an Israelite, sir.
Talking about the Israelites. Talking about who? What would you call them today? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's
and it's
right.
going to tell you, man. It's going to tell you who we're talking about, as all scriptures do. I don't give a damn what they tell you, man. The Israelites are black. The Israelites are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's all up and down this Bible, and you cannot deny it.
That's
It says the leaders of this people. It didn't say this congregation.
right.
It didn't say this this church.
Right.
The leaders of this people. Go ahead.
Cause them to err.
Cause them to what?
Cause them to err.
No, cause them to do the right thing.
Cause them to err.
Cause them to be righteous.
Cause them to err.
The leaders of this people cause them to err. What does that mean? ERR. What does that mean? Not hold. Go ahead, Yamaso. Okay, you got it. My bad. Yeah, bro.
It means that the people are in error, meaning that they are mistaken in their deeds.
Right. That. Hold up. You almost done. You got half of it.
Right.
Right. The people are in error. That's what error means. Be in error. But break down the scripture. Remember, you got to break down the scripture. What you just said is not what that scripture says. You just broke down this people to err part.
Yeah.
But you got to break down the whole thing.
Okay, the leaders, which should be the focus of the scriptures, absolutely, because it's our leaders, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who have caused us to be destroyed in America.
Give them a hand.
You know? And it's absolutely true.
It's our leaders who cause us to err, who cause us to be in error. You understand? Read on.
And they that are led of them.
And they that are what?
They that are led of them.
And they that are. This is just a damn indictment, man.
Right.
The people who follow these so-called leaders. Go ahead.
Of them are destroyed.
Are what?
Are destroyed.
Black people are what?
Are destroyed.
Hispanics are what?
Are destroyed.
Native Indians are what?
Are destroyed.
Now, who the hell could this else be talking about, man?
That's right.
What other nation could this be talking about? Guess what? You know what's funny? Look at the leaders of other nations. Are they destroyed because of their leaders?
Yeah.
Is the so-called white man, is he not? I mean, his economy may not be where he wants it to be, but he got where he got right now on earth because of his leaders.
Damn right.
You understand? What about Moab, Ammon? These heathens.
Living it up.
They living it up.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted. Just because you see some pop belly, some, you know what I'm saying, some big belly African on the goddamn TV with some white man talking about, oh, just for 10 cents a day,
that's all.
you can feed a child in Tanzania.
Kind of okay.
Africa is prospering, Ak.
Right.
Them big belly kids living in the slums. But the president of every country in Africa is African.
Right.
And guess what? The richest people in that country are African. That's right. Look it up. The hierarchy, what they might call oligarchs, or what they might call the aristocracy. They are African in Africa.
That's right.
The aristocracy in America is not black people. Let me tell you something. There's the elite in America. If Jay-Z came to their door, they would look at him like, nigga, what are you doing? You understand?
Right.
They wouldn't even call 911. They got the FBI on speed dial. They calling, there is a Negro on my porch.
Right.
Get this nigga. Jay-Z just makes money for people. That's it. He's not an elite.
Right.
I know your conspiracy theorist friends want to tell you about how much he's a Mason, and you know what I mean. Who knows? I don't give a damn. I don't care what the hell he is. What I'm telling you is they don't give a damn about none of that. He's a nigga.
Right.
Just like LeBron found out about what it's like to be a nigga when they spray painted nigga on his damn garage door.
They sure did.
This nigga is 6'8", 260 pounds. He's, you know what I'm saying? He running through whole teams like a fucking fullback. Dunking from damn near the free throw line at, what is he, 36? He's like 36, 37. Which is not old, but in NBA years, it's like, damn, most people by that age can't really do the things they used to be able to do. This cat is still top 10 players in the NBA. And they spray painted nigga on his garage.
Right.
You understand? The elite. When it comes to being black in America, You are not elite.
That's right.
You're not. Period. That's in the story. It is what it is. You understand? These other nations, their leaders got them to this position. You understand? Do you understand? What's the cat's name in North Korea? Kim Jong-un. Now, Mr. Un, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Just chill. I ain't saying nothing too crazy. I'm just in case you might be monitoring the airway, but not that I give a damn. But Kim Jong-un does everything he does for who? For his people. For North Koreans. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he's willing to reopen communications with South Korea. He knows who his enemy is. He does. His beef is not really with South Korea. His beef is with America.
Right.
You understand? South Koreans are just like, yo, I gotta, y'all done sided with these people and whatever. But that's how it goes. But our leaders cause us to do what? Give me some examples of causing us to err. Give me some examples. Yeah, Cabal.
So like I said, I'll say the number one biggest perpetrator will be MLK, Martin Luther King.
Give him a hand just for mentioning that bastard's name. That's the number. No, I'm so glad you said like that, Cabal. You absolutely right, brother. That cat did so much damage. Y'all think crack was bad in the 80s?
Kind.
Let me tell you something. This might go over your head a little bit. Crack cocaine has nothing on Martin Luther King.
That's right.
Crack cocaine did not do more damage to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians than Michael King, which is his real name. They did not do more damage. You understand? And then if you really look at it, they all tied in together. Because what's everybody doing on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, Martin Luther King Jr. Street? They getting high on every MLK. Every Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. You go to some new city you never been to before. You want to know what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You want to get high or you want to get down, you know where to go. Find MLK.
Right.
That's where you go. You understand? But the brother's right, man. He destroyed. Our leaders called us there. What did he teach black people? Did he teach black people to be self-sufficient?
Nah.
Did he teach black people? Because guess what? You know what's funny? I always bring this up. My brothers know. So somebody read my mind. So the whole thing, now the whole MLK thing, right? There's a few things that led to it. One of the first things that sparked it was the death of Emmett Till, right? That was a major push for the civil rights movement. You understand? Now, Martin Luther King led a series of what? Boycotts. That word, I remember hearing that word when I was a kid in elementary school. Boycott this, boycott, boycott, boycott. That's the word that's associated with him. He led a series of boycotts. One of those boycotts, the most prominent one, was the what? The bus boycott, which took place as a result, even though she was not the first person to do it, but of course she was a secretary at the NAACP, so they used it as, I won't say propaganda, but they used it to propel the movement. Rosa Parks on the bus. Now, while this bus boycott was going on for the duration that it was going on, what was black people doing? How was black people getting to work? How was black people getting to school? How were black people getting around town? How was black people maneuvering down there, I think, in Georgia? What was how was that taking place? Go ahead, Cabal.
We had our own community. We had our own bus, post office, school.
To some degree, right? Now, with that bus boycott, we were relying more on that. We had those things before, but really during that time is when you see a lot of people were doing what? They were carpooling. They were what?
Oh, slacking, sir. Helping each other out.
They were helping each other out. They were put in a position where they could not rely on the white man. They absolutely had to be like, damn, all right, well, I got to get these kids to school. Well, I got a big van. All right, so, I mean, would you be able to drive everybody? I can do it. All right, so, you know what I'm saying? You drive on these days. I'll drive on this day. You drive on these days. We're going to get these kids to school. We're going to get these people to work. You're gonna get these brothers and sisters around town. And they was relying on one another. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. You ready, sir? Come on. And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Captain Nayatha.
Shalom. What y'all doing? All good? All right, let's see your questions. What you all into? About what? Oh, that bastard.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Any questions online? If not, I have a ton of questions for you. Come on.
Salaki. Officer Quadum says, Salaki out of one. If I may, oh no, that's not a question. He was talking about the scripture from before, but the brother he asked the question, and I brought the scripture out. He wanted to know where it said that Christ would be hated. In the Old Testament. And I brought out Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1 through 5. And while we were reading it, basically wondering, is that a precept for Christ? Isaiah chapter 53, verses 1
Let's
through
get
5.
Isaiah what?
Isaiah chapter 53.
So let's get and read it.
Come on, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 1. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? Verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him.
Yeah, this is Christ right here in the Old Testament, right? You
Come on,
understand? This is him. And we know that Christ was here how many times? Come on. Partly correct, but you gotta give him a little more when you say 5 times. Go ahead.
He appeared. I mean, he came 4 times as a human being, as a normal man, and then it was the appearance as Melchizedek.
That's what he wanted to use, appearance. So 4 reincarnation, 1 what? Appearance.
1 appearance.
Right?
Come.
That's it. Correct. All right. So yes, go to I believe go to John 3:19. No, you good. I want to knock it down. Might be friends after. Come on.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 19. And this is the condemnation. The light is come into the world.
And this is the what?
And this is the condemnation.
And this is the condemnation. What does that mean?
Sir.
Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up. This is a condemnation. All right, come on. Yeah.
Sir. This is the Oxford Dictionary condemnation. The expression of very strong disapproval.
Very strong what?
Disapproval.
Much like what you'll call what? What the word calls it?
Hatred, sir.
Yeah. All right. Read on.
Come.
No, just take your time.
Slack, 19, sir. And this is the condemnation. That light is come into the world.
That what?
That light is come into the world.
What is that saying? What's the light that came into the world? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Kabbalah. Very good. Christ. You understand? Christ is the light that what? Came into the world. You understand? Just think you're in a dark place, right? And you need that light. Why? Because if you're in a dark place, you can't see where you're going. You're going to stumble, hit your foot. You might fall into a ditch. You need light. But Christ is that light.
You know what I mean? Black people have been stumbling through their life, their whole entire what? Life. We've been stumbling through a lot, you know what I mean? Life. You understand? We are what? We in prison. You understand? We hospitals, in jail cells, we filling it up. You understand? We've been stumbling through what? Through life. Without that what? Without that light. Right? Read on.
And men love darkness.
And men what?
Men loved darkness.
Men love darkness. Now you wonder why it is when you go talk to, Tyrone.
Right.
And he said, you know what? Nah. Yeah, you all had the truth in it. But there's one thing you all, you're lacking. You all, you all need to have a little more sisters in it, involved. Or, you all need to, love, love everybody.
Oh, yeah, come.
You understand? Tyrone gonna tell you that. All he had, he's selling drugs on the corner. He gonna tell you, you all hate people, man. They're selling drugs, right?
Right.
Oh, that's love, right? That's love, right? Read on.
Rather than light.
Rather than what?
Rather than light.
Rather than light. Read on.
Because their deeds were evil.
Right? They hate what? They hated Christ. You understand? They hated him. He brought the light, but they choose what? Darkness. You understand? What did it say? When Pilate was judging them, they told Pilate to do what? Give them who? Mm-hmm.
Give them Barabbas. What's his name?
Barabbas.
Barabbas.
You know what I mean? We want who? Barabbas. Yeah. You understand? We want what? Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. Christ, you could have him. You know what I mean? Do what you was going to do to Barabbas. Do that to Christ. You understand? Because they what? They hated him. And the proof that they hated Christ is every time they would try to do what? They would try to trip him up in the law to do what? To stone him to death. You understand? That's go to the story, find the story from with the woman who was caught in adultery. Find that story for me. Let's see if I can get it here quick. All right. Come on. Go ahead. Give him the mic. Mm-hmm.
Chapter 8. I got chapter 4.
Go ahead.
But whosoever drinketh of the water, I shall give him.
No, hold on.
The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 15.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one very well. I talked about the one with the woman. I was caught in adultery.
Oh, Salakia, sir. 8 and 3.
Uh-huh.
Water, sir. I got it. Water, Salakia. The water, sir. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the scribes and the Pharisee brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had
the woman was what?
Taken in adultery.
Meaning what?
She got caught in the act.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She was, she was in the bedroom on top of him or whatever. She was in the act. The kick in the door and she was doing, whatever. Right? Read on.
And when they had set her in the midst, verse 4.
So the set her in the midst. Why? Because back then you got caught doing something like this. It was a what?
It was a trial, like.
Mm-mm. Well, yes, you're correct, but I'm looking for a word. Come on. Consequence, but come on. Yeah. Yes, but give me it. Okay, today, how has it looked? As? No, today. Today, in this kingdom, how is adultery looked at?
It's wicked.
No. Okay, to us. Come on. No, not to us in the school. Today, adultery, what is it? How is it looked as?
It's just a mistake.
Is what? Normal thing. Why? How you know it's a normal thing? Come on.
There's no law against it.
There's no law against it, meaning there's no what? Consequence for what? Committing adultery in America. But back then, brother, it was a what? Consequence, meaning it was a what? A crime. It was a criminal offense to be a what? Adulterer in Israel. You understand? All right? Read on.
Verse 4.
Mhm.
They say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
So they say, Master, making it sound like, you know what I mean? Sweeten him up. You understand? Playing with him, Master. All of a sudden, Christ is the Master, right? But they what? They Sadducees and Pharisees, Christ wasn't, you know what I mean, with them. You understand? Read on.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned.
That such should be what?
Stoned.
Should be stoned. You understand? Spend 1 minute. Mm-hmm. That such should be what?
Stoned.
Stoned. All right? Read on.
But what sayest thou?
Why is they asking Christ this? Yeah, but no. Come on.
They think they've got him. They're trying to trip him up.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to talk to him in a way whereas, hold on now. All right? Go on.
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
They said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him.
That they might what?
Have to accuse him
Accuse him of what?
of misquoting the law.
Right, and that is what? You misquote the law, you liable to do what?
You're liable to be stoned.
Yes. You're liable to lose your life, basically. All right? This ain't love. Come on.
Misquoting the law back then.
Yeah, if Christ was about to teach you something wrong,
Come on.
like go against the law, you can't do that. You understand? There's a law where it says what? If your mother or father or a brother or sister bring some other doctrine to you, you're to bring them before the priest.
Come.
You understand? And if you don't, you're going to be stoned with him too.
Come.
Right? Come on. No, Salakia. Let him handle it. If he's God, let him handle everything. All right. So let's switch out with the reading. Now you could hold, just get it done. All right. Come on.
Come. Verse 6. They said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Christ stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not.
As though he what?
As though he heard them not.
As though he heard them what?
Not.
Heard them not. Meaning what Christ was doing. Oh, you understand? Right there. The water. The seat. Right there. Grab your grab a Bible. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Oh, Slack, he just ignored them.
He just what?
Ignored them.
Ignore them. You understand? Right? The Sadducees and Pharisees were always trying to do what? Kill Christ.
Come, sir.
You understand? That ain't love. Right? Christ wasn't put on the cross because they love him.
Right.
You understand? He was on that cross, one, because they hated him. Two, because he had to what? He had to do it so that we get what? A second chance.
Right.
You understand? All right. Any more?
Oh, yeah, come, sir.
Read on.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
Let him first cast a what?
A stone at her.
Cast a stone at her. You understand?
Come.
So he basically doing what? He is cutting them.
Come.
If you ain't sin, then you go ahead, cast your first stone. Whoever ain't sin. Go ahead, stone her. You know what I mean? Christ wasn't stopping you from stoning her.
Right.
But if you ain't commit sin, then do what? Stone. Go ahead.
Come.
Right? Read on.
Come. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Verse 9. And
Right.
they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one.
Went out what?
Went out one by one.
You understand? Christ knew how to deal with blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. especially the ones that did what? Hated him.
Come.
You understand? Like he knew how to deal with them, right? And even the priest, what's the priest's name? Forget his name. Caiaphas said that if we leave this man alone, what the people will what? Will follow him.
Come.
You understand? To let you know that your leaders did not what? Like Christ. That's why they conspired to get him what? Killed.
Come.
You understand? Any more? Any more online no more? All right. Any more questions? Come on. Question?
Yeah, I had a question. A brother had asked me.
Uh-huh.
If I can get clarification on it. The brother had asked, 'cause I can't quite recall the answer, but the brother had asked a unicorn. What exact animal was a unicorn?
The unicorn would be just think an animal with one horn instead an animal that had two, just one. You understand? But, I believe it was a goat. All right, goat is the one. All right, but an animal that normally would have two horns, just have one. It's just unicorn, one horn. All right. Oh, come on.
It's not from Ephraim putting them like the armor on their horses with the one metal horn.
Yes, that's what for the breakdown for Ephraim. Yes.
Okay.
But he asked the animal. We know horses. Yes, the horses don't have horn unless you put armor on. All right. Come on.
Shalakia, so what's the relation between the wolf and the Banyamin tribe?
It's just the with the characteristic of Benjamin, meaning Benjamin. Right? Give me I think it's in Deuteronomy 33 or Deuteronomy Genesis 49. Yeah, I think 49 is with the wolf. I think 33 is where it tells you that the Lord is always on his mind. Meaning even in the songs. That's why when Benjamin sing, Benjamin songs is almost like what? Gospel, you will say. But we call it what? Reggae. You understand? We call it dancehall music. You understand what I'm saying? We always thinking about what? Serving the Lord in music, anything that we're doing. All right, give me Deuteronomy 49 and 1.
49:27, sir.
I mean, Genesis 49.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
Right, Benjamin shall what?
Raven as a wolf.
What does that mean? Come on, Yaniza. Look up the word raven. And think wolf, because it's describing what a wolf does. And Yaniza, you could get up, move around like with the mic. You could get up and get the mic. You know what I mean? Sit one. Huh? If you want, yeah, there's no problem. You could get. Come on.
They'll have definition for R-A-V-I-N in the Bible, but Salaki, isn't it just howl, shout?
No, Come on, look. You all seeing it in your Google machines? Put that in the Google machine, man.
I put it right in the front. Could it be spelled differently?
R-A-V-E-N. It's probably spelled R-A-V-E-N. Like a bird.
I'm gonna give you this for time's sake, right? All right. Raven, right? Plunder, pillage, an act of or habit of praying. All right. So, what is raven? Who? Come and take this and read it right here. Come and take this. Come on.
The Merriam Dictionary definition of raven: an act or habit of praying, plunder, pillage.
All right. So now read it again.
Genesis
Genesis 49.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
Benjamin shall what?
Raven as a wolf.
It's describing what wolves do. What do wolves do?
Hunt.
They hunt. And how do they hunt?
They hunt in a pack for sure.
Right. And it's describing that what? These wolves, they hunt. They're vicious with it. And what do?
They split it amongst their wolves.
Yes. So now when that's why it's odd when a brother from the Caribbean come across here and see Judah growing up with just his mother. You understand? It's you know what I mean, it's almost like you ain't supposed to be growing up with a father. Benjamin is what you'll call a family man. You understand? But in here, that type of family man, no, he's going to take care of what? The nation, basically. You understand? But out there is, I'm going to hunt. I'm going to get all these what? All these slaveries. Bring out what? Go get all that money, get the food, bring it home, and then just what? Dish it out. You understand? That's why it's, you know what I mean, if you check Benjamin, they you know what I mean, the father is almost always there. You know what I mean? I would say like now it may not be like that now, but we know when, you know what I mean, your father in the house growing up. You understand?
Out the water.
You understand? Come on.
With this scripture also, you know what I'm saying? I guess it seems like it would, but with this scripture also talk about basically how, I'm trying to think of the right word to say for Judah.
Mm-hmm.
But like Benjamin is more so like a workaholic. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like Benjamin is he gonna get it slavery after slavery after slavery. He gonna get it done. Whereas Judah's more like, man, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Because, you know what I mean, Judah more, you know what I mean, like it ain't, that's why with the tribe, when we come together, it's wherever you lack, I have. Wherever I lack, you have. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it is. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's why is we call what? One body. Because a body just don't have what? Arms. You understand? A body have what? Arm, leg, eyes, toes, different parts make up a body. You understand? And we're going to come together and we're going to form one body. You understand? All right, so read it again.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning he shall devour the prey.
You understand? Now it's basically breaking it down. It's in the morning he shall what?
Devour the prey.
In the morning he's going to work his what? 9 to 5. It's 12 to 12.
Right.
He's going to devour his prey. Read on.
And at night he shall divide the spoil.
And in the night when he come home, he's going to make sure his family get what? Fed.
Right.
You understand? He will work what? 2-3 jobs sometimes just to make it happen. You understand? You know what I mean? Judah watch it and be like, hey, you crazy. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put in for what I call unemployment. Benjamin ain't unemployment. He gonna look at it like, you lazy, man. You know what I mean? Not in here, but I just said in the world. You understand? In here, who cares? You get unemployment, take it. You know what I mean? But Benjamin, you just, you know what I mean? As I said, we workaholics. You know what I mean? We take on a ton of slaveries. And you understand? And that's it. That's how it is. All right? That was it? Okay. Come on.
I got a question from Officer 50 Kowal.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Salakia, sir, can I get a breakdown on Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4?
Hosea 3 and 4.
Come
on.
And he said, and why Torah only Israelite nuts say King David will return and not Yahushua?
Come on.
God. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 3, verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. Verse 5.
So hold on. So read it one more time. Tell me where you at.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 3, verse 4.
Hosea 3, verse 4, right?
Kamakan, sir.
Read on.
Kamakan. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim.
So what he wanted there, 4 through 5. Okay, come on.
Kamakan, verse 5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Most High their power.
All right. After they shall what? Seek the Most High their power. Read on.
Kamakan, and David their king, and shall fear the Most High and his goodness in the latter days.
What does that say? Come on. Read it one more time. Who have a mic? Go ahead. Read it one more time.
This is the book of Hosea. You got it? You got it? You go ahead and read. Go ahead and read. No.
Yeah, let's pass it up. Thanks. Come on.
Hosea chapter 3, verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
So abide many days without a king, right? Meaning what? We're going to what? Live many days with what? A king. Right? Read on.
And without a prince.
Without a prince. Right? Read on.
And without a sacrifice.
I read on, meaning there's no what? There's going to be nobody doing what? Celebrating what? High holy days, basically. Right?
Okay.
That's a sacrifice. Read on.
And without an image. And without an ephod. And without teraphim.
Read on.
Verse 5. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Most High their power.
Okay. I don't want to give you it. He's Hosea, right?
Sir.
Okay. What happened before Hosea? Come on. Yeah, but what happened to Hosea, though? Before Hosea.
So, like, sir, it says in the book of Daniel, the book of Daniel that Judah was in Babylon, sir.
Okay, come on. Who's we? Come on.
If I'm not mistaken, in the book of Hosea, the northern kingdom was told that they
Very
were no
good.
longer God's people.
Yes. So Israel is who?
The northern kingdom.
Northern kingdom. You understand? Remember, it had a split in the kingdom. You understand? It had a split, right? And that split happened between who? Israel and who? And Judah. Israel was the 9.5 tribes, which is your northern kingdom. And then Judah was Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. You understand? So now the Lord's saying that they will be without a what? Without a king. You understand? For a while. You understand? When Christ came back to what? To join the both of them, what? Together. You understand? Where it talks about the stick. Ezekiel, find it for me where it talks about the stick. All right, where you're going to join the two sticks back together. You understand? And now it's saying, read verse 5.
Hosea chapter 3, verse 5. Afterwards shall the children of Israel return.
They shall what?
Return.
So it's a prophecy saying that there was what? They're going to come back. Read on.
And seek the Most High their power.
And what?
Seek the Most High. Seek the Most High their power.
And seek the Most High their power. Read on.
And David their king.
And David their what?
Their king.
And David their king. You understand? When did the kingdom get split? Come on. After Solomon. Why? Because the Lord tell David that what? He told Solomon, I was not going to split the kingdom because of what David, your father's sake. But once you pass on, I'm going to split it between Israel and Judah. You understand? Right, read on.
And shall fear the Most High and his goodness in the latter days.
And shall fear the Most High, their power in their what?
In the later days.
Latter days. Like what's your latter day?
It's like what follows, sir.
But today, in latter days. You understand? That's why when Christ came to do what? To join us back together again. That's the misunderstanding Peter and them had. That's why Paul said he went to who? The Gentiles. You understand? Paul said he went to the Gentiles. Why? Come on. Right, but your Hispanics, you understand? And Native Indians, you understand? And brothers who were not living where? In Jerusalem. You understand? If you was living in Jerusalem, brother, you were counted as a what? A Gentile. You understand?
Okay.
Right? And Paul said he was what? He was sent to who? The Gentiles. You understand? That prophecy, not prophecy, but the vision Peter got when he said you could eat any unclean thing. That vision wasn't food, like foolish Christians will have you think. You understand? Come on.
It seemed like today the northern kingdom, they're a little far away from the Most High right now. Like they don't have that. It's like we gotta bring them back in, like you teach them.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but then you will say that for black people too. But you know what I mean? Because we further away from the Lord too. Because we all into Christianity.
Yeah, you're right.
Benjamin loved who? Loved the Pope. Just like who loved the Pope? No, the Hispanics, Mexicans. You understand? We love the Pope too. You think I mean Caribbean is Roman Catholic and Christianity.
Sir, but I'm saying like more of Israel, like to get the knowledge of Israel. Like when we tell them that they Israelites, it's like they looking at it like how do we have any.
The same thing with black side. I wouldn't look at it like that because then what you're gonna say for Lahab? Who in the truth?
But I'm saying I know Lahab is true. It's Lahab. He caught on like many are called.
Right. So very good. So that's what's going to happen. We just destroyed as a people for what? For lack of knowledge. You understand? We destroy because your oppressor did a very good job in destroying us. He did a hell of a job in destroying us. You understand? They sat down and did what? Spaniards, you're all going to take the Mexicans. England, you're all going to take the Benjamites. America, we're going to hold on to who? Judah. So now we all thinking what? We different. You understand? Now, Judah, he into I believe is a Baptist, the whole Baptist church. You understand? Seventh-day Adventists, you know what I mean? Them type of stuff. The Christians in the Caribbean is all into what? Roman Catholicism. You understand? And then you have the Hispanics or the Mexicans and them, they're into Roman Catholicism too because of the Spaniards and them. You understand? So we destroyed across the board, but in the latter days, we're going to come back as one. We're going to join as one. You understand? Come on, go ahead. Tell them where you're at. Hey, young man, you can come and sit down. The guard will get all that for you. Yeah. He'll get all that for you. You come and sit down. Come on. All right.
Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 14. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. Verse 15, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying.
Send me where at Ezekiel what?
37 and 16. I'm about to read 16.
Let Yeshua read it for you. You just help see what the young man wants. What he needs. Yeah, go ahead. from 16.
Verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah.
Take the what?
Take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah.
Right. Read on.
And for the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
his companions, then take another stick and
Mhm.
write upon it for Joseph.
For who?
For Joseph.
For Joseph. You understand? Read on.
The stick of Ephraim.
The stick of who?
The stick of Ephraim.
The stick of Ephraim. Read on.
And for all the house of Israel, his companions.
And all his house of Israel, his companions. Read on.
Verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick.
And join them what?
Join them one to another into one stick.
And join them one to another in one stick. You understand? The Mexicans, they are our what? Brothers. You understand? The Colombians, the Argentinians, the natives of these countries, they are our what? Brothers and sisters. You understand? All right, read on.
And they shall become one in thine hand.
And they shall become what?
One in thine hand.
And it shall become one in thine hand. That's why it's so foolish to think that you could just leave the Old Testament and read the New Testament and think you're going to understand the Bible. The old and the new comes together. You understand? And what was his other part of his question? Hold on. You're gonna get him mic. You have a mic? Hold on.
It's the same.
Now you go ahead, brother. You go ahead, young man.
Lucky. It's the same thing that divided us in the past going to be the same thing that's top priority for uniting us today.
What divided us in the past?
Whatever united the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. Like I'm asking specifically, I'm from Los Angeles. What happened between the North and Southern Kingdom with Issachar, Ashar, and the rest of them that split them from Levi, Bahamian, and Judah?
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking you, what split us in the past? What split us?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Come on. Look, you get the mic right there. Hold on. Yanis, go ahead and do it.
As you know, the kings of Israel, the Judites were wicked. And so the other tribes, they didn't want to, follow him anymore. So they wanted to leave and do it their way.
But what caused the split? Come on. No. What caused the split?
The leaders, our leaders, like slavery.
So, like, what scripture is it? What scripture says that?
That what caused the split?
Yes.
What caused? I'll get it, but I'll try to see if anybody online have it. What caused the split?
Nothing online as of yet, sir.
It's in the Book of Kings. I think it's Second Kings 11. What was his other question?
This question just says, so like I said, can I get a breakdown on Hosea 3, 4-5, and why Torah only Israelite nuts say King David will return and not Yahushua?
King David. Okay, I understand what he's saying now. King David will return and not Yahushua. Tell him hold on to that. I'll get back to him next week on it. All right?
So like cool. I'm saying Captain, I thought so to get back to you next week on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get back to you next week on that. 11 and you can say I won. First Kings, I should say. 11 and 1.
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women.
You want to know why the kingdom got split? Okay. You love white women, right?
Right.
You love them Africans.
Right.
Right? You love them Chinese. They're exotic, right? Read on.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites,
Right.
Edomites, Zidonites, and Hittites. Verse 2, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
What caused the earth to get flooded? Yes. The Lord flooded the earth because we went after a strange nation. He went and make marriages with their daughters and with their sons. You understand? The Lord destroyed the earth for that. And Solomon still what? Didn't take heed. Right? Skip down to verse 5.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 5. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. Verse 6. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Most High, and went not fully after the Most High, as did David his father. Verse 7. Then did Solomon build an high palace for Cheshmosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon.
So let's skip to verse 11.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 11. Wherefore the Most High said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
He will what?
I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
Right, for having these strange women and doing what? Serving their gods.
Right.
The Lord what? Split the kingdom. He took the kingdom. Right, read on.
And will give it to thy servant.
And will give it to who?
To thy servant.
Servant. Read on.
Verse 12. Notwithstanding in thy days, I will not do it for David, thy father's sake.
So he didn't do it in while who was on earth? While Solomon was on earth, he did not split the kingdom. For whose sake? For his father David's sake. I read on.
But I will rend it out of the hand of thy son.
Out of the hand of what?
Thy son.
Out of whose son?
Oh, David's son, sir.
No. Solomon's son.
Oh,
right?
Sir.
Come on.
So, I got a question on that. Like, he said, not for David's sake. It seems like the Lord was giving David some kind of favor over Solomon.
There was a okay. Most of the time when the Lord made an agreement with us, we the ones that broke it.
Okay.
He made a covenant with David saying that the kingdom will stay in his lineage. You understand? In his time. You understand? So he's telling Solomon, because of your father, because of the reputation David have, I will not do it right now, but I'll do it after you die. You understand? So yes, he is showing David favor. Why? Come on.
Because just keep one mic with Yanazar and the other wireless mic, just keep it over here.
Sir.
Yeah, that's good.
If I may, because he loved David. David was a man after his own heart.
He said it. David was a man after his own heart.
Sir.
No, I'll ask you this question. Cain and Abel. Who did the Lord choose? Come on. Why?
Oh, the commandments.
That's all. That's good. If you follow the commandments, you what? You do good. But if you don't, what coming? Sin coming after you. Sin gonna follow you. Sin gonna hunt you down. You understand? It's more so you choosing the Most High basically over everything. You understand? Like he already laid out for you. He's like, do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. So now, me and you on the same playing field. Only difference that will come into play is if I decide to go where? Left field. Then we're no longer on the same playing field. You understand? Now I'm going to get who angry? The Lord angry. So guess what? He going to choose the brother what? Not doing what? Not following what he said to do. Why he got rid of Saul? Come on.
Because Saul disobeyed his
orders. Yes, Saul disobeyed his orders. And guess what? He went and get a brother who what? Who followed it. You understand? And he was a man after his what? His own heart. You know what is that? Meaning David what? Loved what? What the Lord loved and hated what the Lord hated. Simple. You understand? David was the man. You understand? Did David make some errors? Yeah. And did the Lord check him? Hell yeah, the Lord check him for making some errors. But he was still one of, you know what I mean? The Lord still loved David. You understand? Come on.
Solomon sleeping with them strange women.
Mm-hmm.
Was it okay? So like, I'm not sure if this is an answerable question, but it's like, what if Solomon had gotten just 2 Moabite wives,
Mm-hmm.
and he never started following after their gods? He just had these 2 Moabite wives. He had to deal with, you know what I mean, and it never got past that.
Mm-hmm.
Would the Lord still have dealt with him the same way, or what? Was it about the wives, or was it about him following after their gods?
Okay, it's like you know what it's like? It's like I'm gonna give a good example. It's almost like is it wrong to play with matches? For a kid to play with matches? But is fire bad? You know what I mean? Like if you scratch a match, you understand? The byproduct of it is what? You could burn down your whole house. You understand what I'm saying? So he telling you what? Don't even scratch the match, basically. Don't even do it. Don't play fire. And you understand? He telling you don't play fire. He telling you, he told you that. He left it in the laws. He left it in Deuteronomy. Do not what? Do not make marriages with these heathen. You understand? Come on.
So, all the people who's messing with these heathens now, do they have the same consequences when Yahweh shall return, or are they excluded? Because everybody got an Edomite now, a Moabite and an Ishmaelite. I'm serious.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't, but they do.
But it's more on the point of
so I'm saying, will they get the consequences? Is it still something that the Lord, if he still hates it, does he still consider a consequence for it?
Yes, there's a consequence for it. You understand? Because what's going to end up happening after you marry a heathen? That's what it's saying, right? That's what Solomon did. You think you could go marry an oppressor and not be a Christian? That's not the case. You understand? You gonna marry an oppressor, and guess what? When you read in the Bible that he or she gonna get destroyed, guess what? You're gonna be like, nah, that ain't my God. My God, what? Loves everybody. But you have a East Indian wife. You have an African wife. So now when it comes to scriptures that is proven that these women are going to be destroyed, you like, nah, this ain't the God of the Bible I know. You understand? This ain't that. You understand? Right? So yes, he would have destroyed it nonetheless, because that's the Lord. You understand? Like he telling you, don't do it. Now you as a king, you go do it. Guess what? Then the people gonna follow you. So he had to make an example. Come on.
But then one of the 12 tribes, one of the 12 tribes that marries one of them heathens, will they be destroyed with the heathens? Is what I'm asking.
Okay. Give me
The example, for example, all these brothers out here who's humping on white girls. I'm trying to find the Edomites who's having sex with the Edomites. Will they be destroyed with those Edomites? Because we know the blood comes from the father's side. We know whatever you are from your dad's side, right?
So, yeah.
So like say a sister's messing with an Edomite, a white boy, and when she messing with the white boy, will she be destroyed also with the white boy?
Okay, it all depends. And when I say it all depends, it depends on the Most High, depends on a lot of things, right? And what it depends on is if he or she comes into the truth also too. Now, if he or she comes into the truth, you understand? Now he or she knows that what? You cannot have a heathen. You understand? There's a scripture, I forget where it is, where it tells you something about a fool. I forget the precept for it. But who had one before they came into the truth? Come on. Moses. And they tried to what? Chastise Moses for it. And the Lord did what? The Lord punish Miriam and somebody else for coming against Moses for having a woman in the world. You understand? A heathen, marrying a heathen in the world. You understand? No, I'm not telling you to go marry a heathen. I'm saying that if you do have a heathen right now, you as a man, if you have a oppressor woman right now, then the next time you choose a woman or the next woman, it should be what?
Israel.
Israelites. You understand? You a sister with a heathen right now. You understand? I ain't saying to go commit adultery on him. But if he wants to leave, let him what? Leave. Your next choice better be an Israelite. That's right. You understand? You understand? If you're hearing what the Lord's saying here right now, you better marry a what? An Israelite. Or else he coming to see you. You understand? Right? So it's like that's like the mixed multitude that came out of Egypt. You understand? Like it's all up to the Lord who going to get on the chariot. But we know that to get on them chariots, you're gonna have to follow what the Lord said to do. No, there are some brothers and sisters who might have, oppressors as their spouses, but they help in the truth. You understand? The brothers and sisters sending in the tithes, paying the tithes. Who knows? They might make it on the chariot. You understand what I'm saying? But don't think you know for a fact that the Lord disapprove of it, and you go get a heathen and you expect to be in them chariots, nigga, you'll be in ashes just with that same heathen you with. You understand? All right. Any more questions online? No more? Come on. All right, no sweat. With these last few minutes, let me see. Let's go into the mark of the beast. Where are we going for that? Let's go to Revelation. I believe it's 13. Revelation 13 or 18. Yeah, I don't know if we have time to play it, right? This to show you the stupidness that people will think outside of here. Revelation, I think it's either 13 or 18. If it's not 13, then try 18. Yes, it's 13. Go to no, not so far. You can start maybe at 11. Come on.
Come on. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Another what?
Another beast coming up out of the
earth.
This
is Revelation, and this is a what? A vision, right? These are visions. You understand? Read on.
Come on. And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
And he had what?
2 horns like a lamb.
He had 2 horns like a lamb. Read on.
Come on. And he spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a what?
As a dragon.
Meaning he what? When they say he had 2 horns like a lamb, what that mean? What is that noise? Oh, that's a car. Okay. Go ahead.
2 horns like
2 horns like a lamb. Come on.
It's like, is there like the Rams? Like Ram has 2 horns?
Yeah, but what is he trying? What is he trying to what he trying to get to understand?
Oh, it's like he has two sides.
He has what?
2 sides. He's got like today with Democrat, Republican, or
No. He had 2 horns like a what? Lamb. Meaning he's trying to do what? He's trying to give you a depiction of a what? He looks like a what? A lamb. What does a lamb look like? Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Revelation, right?
Come on, sir. Verse 13, chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Come on.
I'm gonna send you tab 1. I don't know how much we could get into, but there's something, you know what I mean? Over what 5 million. This is something on National Geographic. These what they be showing you on thing. And then the next thing you hear about what you heard about the mark of the beast. What's some things you heard about it? Come on.
That sticks out to me, like pause. Like fake Israelites say that the mark of the beast is like, I don't know, like a vaccine or a shot or something like that.
RFID chip, right?
Right.
Right, the RFID chip. Right, that's the mark of the beast. Come on. Don't worry, you talk.
Back in the 80s, they used to think that the barcode was the mark of the beast. I remember that.
Right, so barcode, whatever. So everybody thinking what? The mark of the beast is what? A chip, some barcode, and what? Somewhat particular what? Person. You understand? Particular person. Right? Right. Read on.
Come on. And he spake as a dragon.
And he what?
Spake as a dragon.
And he spake as a dragon. Meaning what? He looked like a sheep, but what? Fire comes out his mouth. He speaks like a dragon. Meaning what? He what? Very good. Or what you would say what? Come on.
He speak like he's not harmful, but he's a savage.
Yeah, he's a what? A liar.
Lie.
You understand? He speak like a what? A dragon. What comes out his mouth is going to get you what? Killed. You understand? Read on.
Verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
He exercised the power of the what?
The first beast before him.
Who was the first beast before him? Come on.
So like that serpent in the garden?
Remember that the beast is go to, I think it's Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel. Just for you to get the picture of who the beast is. All right? B-E. All right?
So Laki, so we're not talking about Esau as a beast.
What you mean?
Esau being the first beast.
Okay, but if Esau is the first beast, then who is the second beast?
This beast that he's describing here.
So who's the second beast that he's describing? So Esau is the first. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not it is Esau, it is your oppressor, but the first beast is talking about is the Roman Empire. You understand? The Roman Empire was one of the most powerful empire on the face of the earth. You understand? Now today, America is what you call what? Baby Rome. You understand? They're doing the same thing Rome did back then, which is what? Take over countries. You understand? But now it's almost to the point whereas they use what? Politics to do it. And they will go to the extreme of what? Sending the military in there to do it. Now is what now you have the who? The IMF that comes in and you know what I mean? You extend your hand for money and the IMF say, okay, look, take this. After you close your hand, then the IMF tells you what? Okay, now that you have our money, your people can't sell their goods. You have to take that money now and buy what we sending you across here, or build these institutions for us, for them. You understand? So now they come in and do what? They take over your country. Easy. You understand? Jamaica. Who owns Jamaica? The IMF. You understand? Who owns the Caribbean? America. Let's put it like that. The beast. Right? Come on. IMF, the International Monetary. Right? They're the ones that lend you money. Is either you get money from them or you get money from who? No. America is IMF.
Amalek?
America is World Bank. So either you get money from America or you get money from who?
IMF.
Not really. Come on. No, the Fed is America. Come on. Pope ain't getting no money. Pope taking all the money. I mean, he needs to pay lawyer fees. Who? China. You understand? That now they battling America with the whole, I'm gonna give you money, but there's stipulations on it. You understand? Trinidad is one of them where they will take a ton of money from China instead of who? America, because China don't have so much stipulations on it, but America still own the Caribbean nonetheless. Well, lets you know that what that little paper you're talking about means jack squat. Why? Because democracy rules. You understand? You ain't have democracy around here. Guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Venezuela. Guess what's going to happen? Cuba. Guess what's going to happen? Haiti. You understand? That's what's going to happen. You're going to starve. Either you're going to get down or you're going to what? Starve. And you're going to see what the mark of the beast is all about. You understand? Right? Come on. Hold on with that, right? Come on, make sure just the audio. Good.
So Lakia, so like the mark of the beast will be taking the money from the from like these oppressive nations.
Okay, no, not just taking the money from the oppressive nations. The mark of the beast is speaking about a nation, a people. Yes, that's why they say the first what? The first beast, right? Read verse 11.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb.
Right now, hold that for me. Who was the other mic? Yanis, get Ezekiel 34 and 8 for me. 8, 34 and 8. So read it.
Oh, and he spake as a dragon. Verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
Yeah, all the power of the first beast before him. You understand? If you didn't bow down to Rome, guess what? Caesar and them was what? Coming for you. You better accept, you know what I mean, Rome, or else it's going to be some issues. You understand? Same thing with what? With America. America pushes what? Pushes their philosophy, their capitalism, the democracy on nations. You understand? Come on. I said, yeah, hold on to it.
Salaki. So basically, our punishment empowered because of the Most High for all the things we did in the past. These nations are empowered with tactics to be able to oppress us. That's part of our punishment.
Okay, not empowered with tactics. It is more so the Lord just give them the power to do it over us because we disobey him.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, when he said
he gave them, he gave their power derives from the Lord. They don't have no power. Or the only power that they have to oppress us came from the Most High, who's given their consequence to us through them.
All right.
No? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're correct. You understand?
So
That's why
basically they're weak as fuck, and they're really basically just carrying out the consequences of the Lord against us.
No, they're not carrying out the consequences of the Lord against us. I'm gonna get a scripture for you. Give me Baruch 4:6 quick. All right. But before we get Baruch 4:6, give me Ezekiel 34:8. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 8. As I live, says the Lord, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field.
So every beast of the field. So here the Lord is likening what? Nations as beasts. But this revelation is speaking about a specific beast. You understand? It's speaking about a specific beast. You understand? Right? So now come back to Revelation. But first give me Baruch 4:6. Come on. And come straight to answer the brother question.
Come on. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 6. You were sold unto the nations. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
Not for your what?
Not for your destruction.
Not for your destruction. So the Lord then gave the white man right to do what? To lynch us, to murder us the way he did, to treat us the way he did. That's not what the Lord gave him the right to do. So he will have to what? He will have to pay for that.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord said, read it one more time.
Come on. The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath.
Because we moved the Most High to wrath. You understand? We could have been his servant. You understand? We could have just what? Cut his grass, pick his sugar cane, do whatever. He could have treated us like, you know what? I know we have you all in slavery, but I'm going to try to treat you all right. I'm going to try. You understand? Oh, this white boy, he killed your brother for no reason, life in prison. You understand? But no, it's not like that with him. He don't have mercy on us. He don't care when it comes to justice for us. He don't care about nothing.
Right.
You understand? So guess what? The Lord gonna have to take it up for us.
That's right.
So like one last question. Is Esau aware that the Lord gave him the power to rule over us as a consequence?
Okay.
Are the Ekamelites or whatever the fake ass white Jews are in LA, the Amalekites, are they aware of that?
Aware of the fact that the Lord gave them what? Power?
The power to be able to rule over us for the years.
Okay, I wouldn't say they're aware. You understand? They just know that what? To them, it's the jungle and survival of the fittest. And they're going to fight and kill. The Lord blessed them with the sword. So they know they're going to have to fight and kill to just rule the earth. It's not to say that they know. You understand? They know. If you're asking if they know who we are, they know who we are. But to say that they know that the Lord gave them power, no. To them, the white man is so arrogant. He's like, no, I am the one that did this. What did Como said? Como said, the Lord didn't what? Then stop the COVID. We did. I did. And that's him in a nutshell for you. That's how he think. You understand? That's why the Lord had to come and what? He has to come and destroy this man because he is proud. Right? Read where you're at now, brother. No, you're good with Baruch.
Stop at the beginning of the sword.
No, continue.
Okay. and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose
So it caused the earth therein to worship the what?
the first
The
beast,
first beast. Read on.
whose deadly wound was healed.
Whose deadly wound was healed. The wound was healed right now. You understand? America is, you know what I mean? The new Rome. Right? Read on.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders.
And he do it what?
Great wonders.
And he do it great wonders. Read on.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
What is that saying? Come on, Sadak.
Salaki, if we're talking about the second beast being in America, being fire coming down from the heavens, we're talking about the missiles and the bullets.
Hellfire missiles.
Concept.
Hellfire missile, brother. What Moab, mother of all what? Bombs. You know what I mean? You drop that, you know what I mean? And what's going to happen? The whole earth going to shake. You think you born tunnels all beneath the earth?
Right.
White man have a bomb for you called Moab. You can drop that on you. And brother, you know what I mean? All the borrowing you're doing is going to come to north. You understand? Read it one more time.
So that he maketh fire come down from the heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
In the sight of men. You understand? That's why it's crazy to think, you know what I mean, Afghanistan could have, you know what I mean, stand up and fight America. That's why they lay low. You want to know how they was able to come back? The Taliban was end up to come back into power so quick. They laid low. They know fighting America on camelback or whatever. Ain't gonna work.
Right.
They know them rocks and them, you know what I mean, them few bullets they have ain't gonna work.
Right.
You understand? Right, read on.
Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yeah, it deceive it. You understand? Okay. Meaning what? When your country is in turmoil, when you feel like you have a dictator in rulership, right? What do the opposition do?
Oh, so like I was gonna say, America come in and just sweep them out.
They call. They ask for America to come in. Right now, Cuba is asking for who? For America to come in and help them. You understand? Yeah, right? Whenever you're in distress, you do what? You call for America because he has what? Miracles. He'll come in there and clear the place. Yeah, I'll take one to water, brother. He'll come in there and clear the place. You understand? Read on.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast.
That they should what?
Make an image to the beast.
What's that image to the beast? Hold on. Let me see if yeah, go ahead, Mayasha.
Oh, so like I said, I was gonna say that flag, raising that flag up in their territories. Slacking Christianity.
Okay. I think you know. Kabul, man. What we talking about here? Very good. You understand? During that time, remember image, right? Just think image. Think what do I call them today? Publicists or your PR. You understand? That person that comes and give you that image. You understand? Like your image is basically your what? Your reputation. So now they tell you what? Read that verse one more time.
God. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast.
That they should make a what?
Make an image to the beast.
No, bring that suck on the floor right there, Giannis. The man who your mother and father will tiptoe over.
Right.
Why would they tiptoe over? Because this man has a what? An image, a reputation. This man has a what? A reputation. And what's the reputation this man has?
Of God, sir. God on earth, sir.
God, but give me a little more. What reputation he has?
Would it be like the Lord and Savior?
Basically, the same thing. Come on. The young man in the back get a chance at it.
Salakia, authority, superiority, and like innocence, like
Yes.
like what you call civilized, holy, and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the, what I mean, your nice, what do you call them, verbs or whatever? Adjectives. Your nice adjectives is synonymous with this picture right here.
You right too. You right.
You understand? With this picture right here, you try that. You try, with your child, with a toddler, whatever. Give them a black dog and a white dog, and see which one to pick. 90% of the time.
Salakia. So they used that for the 1954 Board of Education decision for the Supreme Court in order to prove that children still believe that white superiority, white is better than black. That's what they used to segregate, desegregate the schools here in the United States.
This is the image right here.
Yeah.
This is the image right here that they pushed on us. You understand? Read on.
Which had the wound by a sword and did live.
But had a wound by a sword and what?
And did live.
And did live. You understand? Rome what? Rome fell. But it was wounded. And today we have who? America. You understand? Read on.
Verse 15.
And if we didn't have America, guess who we may have had? Hitler.
Right.
Or who was the leader from Stalin? You understand? Read on.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
He had power to what?
To give life unto the image of the beast.
How did he give power unto the image of the beast?
That painting, sir. That picture.
But how will he give power unto it?
Oh, through the Catholic Church and pushing Christianity.
Yeah, but give me a little more. Come on.
Teaching them to pray to him.
That I'll take that too. But give me a little more. Come on, young man.
Simply just making the image of him the same as them.
That's what all three of you are saying right now. Come on.
So they passed laws and taxes to make people.
So now on Sundays, what you do on Sundays? You go to church, right? Right? When is your Sabbath? Saturday, right? You understand? Now, if you don't worship this man, guess what? Oh, you believe in hate.
Right.
Oh, okay. No, Mr. So and so, it's okay. You don't have to come back anymore. You understand? All right. Come on, read on. Right, and given power just means that we are going to what? Worship this image. And if we don't worship this image, we're going to starve.
Okay.
You are going to starve. And now you might say, well, I'm Islam, I'm a Muslim, this, that. You still worship this image. How I know you still worship this image? You still believe in what? Christianity. You still believe in what Christians believe in. You understand? Because if you didn't, you should be doing what your Muslim brothers was doing across there, which is what? Which is what?
Taking a bomb and blowing themselves up.
Not that just on, they'll be fighting in the streets right now.
Kind of.
You know what I mean? Because the infidel have to die, right?
Right.
Come on. Go ahead.
Yeah, Islam, they still celebrating Christmas.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
The whole works.
The whole.
Yeah. All right, come on.
Salakia. So then how come there's nobody who moved as a collective to just destroy all images of the white Jesus?
Destroy this?
Yes. How come there's no effort from any group organization to? I've never seen in my whole life or heard of.
So you never see this?
Yeah, but you gotta destroy.
You never see that. Brother, come on. You never see.
But you gotta destroy
on the ground.
Salakia, I hear you, but I'm saying destroy it, burn it to where nobody's gonna put it back up. Like you go in most churches. I never been in church because I heard that most churches got that still up in there.
Because burning it is, you could burn it, but he has an image already. You understand? It's like just think when LeBron left Cavaliers, they burned his shirt, right? But LeBron have an image already. That did that mess his character up? Did that mess his image up?
So you're saying, Salaki,
No.
so we have to assassinate first the character of the person first. That way, they don't even have to assassinate the image.
Right, and that's what we're doing in here. That's why every time a brother come in here is a what? Is a stone taken from the wall of Esau. And now we building our what? Our phone. Yes. Building our kingdom right here. Come on.
So, Salaki, if I may, sir, that's why this devil, we just got this off the floor. He's in front of the door, so people walk in and step right on him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, Salaki?
You understand? Correct. Like we here not just, you know what I mean, not just how to put it, letting that fly by. We here telling black people every Saturday the color of Christ. Telling everybody every Saturday, or I should say every Saturday, every day we telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks.
That's
of.
right.
You understand? We're destroying his character every day. You understand? What them brothers did on the border, they destroyed the white man character.
That's right. Yeah, right.
What them brothers went and did to the mission to Acuna, they did what? They destroy image of your so-called Christ. You understand? Because now you're seeing that, okay, well, we have all this money, all this thing right here. And these boys with these, you know what I mean, with beard and braids and looking crazy, came with what? One truckload of food and fed the people.
Right.
You understand? Come on, young man.
Salaki, that's heavy, sir, because when we got to the border, they wanted us to donate to a church, right?
Yeah.
Con.
Yeah, they wanted us to give it to that them people
Got
right
it.
there.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
who love them.
Right.
You understand? That would have never get to the people. That have been
Right,
where?
right.
In the
church.
basement of the church. You understand? Next to the pork chops, right? Next to the crabs. You understand? Nah. Come on.
Salaki, why does the church never have no consequences or nobody ever have any consequences? I understand that we're waiting for Yahweh to take the vengeance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but when they
But
say
tell me-
consequences, my little more.
Any consequences, they're off the hook. They do what they want to.
Okay, this is what did Christ say to Pilate? Give me that what Christ said to Pilate. Christ said he said that my kingdom is not of this world. But if my kingdom was of this world, what would be happening? Come on. Christians' head would have been rolling down the streets. You understand?
No, I don't. What are you saying?
Meaning, if Christ was running this kingdom, them Christians' head would have been rolling. They'd have been killed.
Come on.
You understand?
Yeah.
But this is not what? Yeah, that's what Christ's trying to tell you. Come on.
It's like, would that be why? You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, you know what I'm saying? Peter, when he cut the ear off the centurion, and Christ was like, you know what I'm saying? Like he had to put the ear back, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hold off on that. It's not time for that.
It's not time.
Come.
Time right now is for Christ to go on the cross and die for us. Why? Because we have to change. You can't expect to be a drug addict and pop a fight. Because guess what? When the drugs run out, we ain't seen you. If we fighting on the field and there's no more cigarettes, what's going to happen?
Right.
You're done. We done. We lost. So guess what? We got to clean ourselves up first. We got to get right first.
Salaki.
Then Christ going to come. Come on.
Salaki. So the curse is over as of right now.
No.
So
If
the
the
curse
curse-
is still cracking? It's still moving?
Yeah, the curse is still on us. The punishment is still on us.
For how long?
I mean, for how long? Until Christ return.
That's right.
That's why what? That's why Christ said, if you what? If your lamb fall into the ditch, what you going to do? You got to go get him. Well, that's what you're doing right now. Give me Jeremiah, where it says we have to fish.
Come. Fishes are men.
Yeah, we got to fish. In Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah 17 and 16 or something.
Come on, I got it, sir.
Come on.
You want this one before the
Which one?
you asked for the one about when Yahweh Shah about my kingdom?
Yeah, read that one first for me.
Come on, come on. The book of John, chapter 18 and verse 36. Yahweh Shah answered, my kingdom is not of this world.
Uh-huh.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
Then would my what?
Then would my servants fight.
Then would my servants fight. You understand? Like Christ letting you know what? Where's Christ letting you know? Where's Christ letting Pilate know?
So I can serve. If this was my kingdom, if we were in control, we would be the law of the land.
Yeah, so guess what, Pilate? You do as you want. You go ahead. I ain't sweating it. You know what I mean? You go ahead and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Christ ain't beg for what? Mercy from who? From a slave master, from an oppressor? No, he ain't no straight up and down. If this was his kingdom, we'll be full out in the streets fighting.
That's right.
You understand? Shields, one buckles. Yeah, unbucklers. Come on.
So Salak, it would be safe to say, you know what I'm saying, Christ understood, like the UPK, because we're under Christ, he understood Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yes. You understand? And then when he said, take that penny out your pocket, who faces on it?
Right.
Caesar. What? Render to Caesar what is Caesar. But unto the Lord, render unto the Lord. So we're in captivity right now. So guess what? You work and you had to pay a tax, pay a tax. Pay your taxes. You understand? You need insurance or whatever, get your insurance. Whatever you need, just do it. Because you're in this kingdom right now in slavery. Just do what you need to get. Right? Come on. Go ahead. He had a question. Quick.
Salaki, so basically we're supposed to just endure everything that's being thrown at us and don't even do nothing, is what you're trying to tell me?
No, what you're learning in here, we just accepting what's being thrown at us. We're not accepting what's being thrown at us.
That's right.
But what we are doing is learning how to do what?
Follow Christ.
Yes. We're learning how to follow Christ.
That's right.
Did Christ accept everything that was thrown at him? Come on.
So the rules of engagement is basically if they do something to harm us, that's the only rules of engagement where we can inflict any attack or offensive, because it seems like we're reactive in everything we do. We defensive. We don't never play offense. So we can't play offense is what you're saying. You're saying that if we play offense, we'll return it sevenfold. It'll be returned sevenfold on us. So we have to wait for Yahweh Shah to get the vengeance.
Meaning this. What did Christ tell the crowd when they go to stone the woman caught in adultery? Come on, Yanis, since you have your hand up, come on.
Let he without sin cast the first stone.
So, he without sin cast the first stone. You be the first one. That's what Christ tell them. I can't do it. Guess why? Guess why?
Basically, if you don't have no Shalaki, if you don't have no shmud on your name, Shalaki. If you don't have no, it's a different terminology where I'm from. If you don't have any, if you don't have no sins on your reputation, your spiritual reputation, that's the only one who could throw a stone. Is what you're saying?
Meaning as a nation, not individual. Yeah, as a nation, you cannot do that. That's why Christ had to come back and be the one to what? To start it. He's the one who could start it. You understand? We cannot start it. We have to do what? We have to go fish. We have to go fish. After we fish and Christ return, then we're going to become what? Hunters. You understand? All right? We're going to have to fish. We got to, I'll use a word, we'll have to endure to the end. He that endure to the end, what? Shall be what? Shall be saved. Yes, that's a scripture. Find it for him.
In Baruch chapter 4, verse 25.
Why they getting that, Yanis? Come on, Sadak.
Would a precept for what the brothers trying to give the brother be Second Corinthians? What is it? 10 and 4.
Really?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yes, that's a good one. You understand? Our weapons are not carnal. Like we can't, and you know what I mean, the Arab, he's a wild man. I mean, he mad, he crazy. Right. So guess what? He gonna have to what? He don't have the God we have. So guess what? He gonna have to go fight. He had to go strap bombs himself. He has to go fight. Because Allah is where? Allah is in Mecca, inside some shrine. You understand? That's where Allah is. I ain't making it up. Right. That's why would you encircle a rock? You circle on a rock because that rock has what? Yeah, that's the only reason why you're circling a rock, to go kiss it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I take a rock, right, just off the street, right there, will an Arab circle this rock that I have in my hand? No, he will circle, but he'll go to Mecca and circle that rock. Right. Because that rock is who? Allah. Right. You understand? That's sitting right there. You understand? So guess what? Since that rock's sitting right there, that rock can't do what? Can't get the white man from off of them. Right. So you know what? They're gonna have to go get Kalashnikov, or they're gonna have to go get the AK-47 or what? The AR-15. They gotta go get the same weapon, but when the bullets run out, where they gonna go again? Right back to the white man. Right. So nobody thinking logistically what's going to happen. When your bombs run out, who you got to go to? The white man. You understand? Yeah, all the bad Iran and them bad with the weapons, the white man will wipe them out if it wasn't for his image. He will literally annihilate them if it wasn't for the image he's trying to keep. You understand? Come on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved.
We have to endure unto the end, brother. We're going to have to know that what we're doing here right now, we're going to be what? We're going to be hated. Right. You're going to be spit upon. You understand? Literally. You understand? Water going to be tossed on you literally. Right. Eggs going to be pelted at you literally. Everything going to be thrown at you literally. You're going to have to do what? Endure it to the end. You understand? And I'm not talking about if harm come to you, just to turn the cheek. No, you have the law to what? Defend yourself. Right. You understand? Come on.
So that cuts a Christian line saying they saved.
Yes.
I'm saved.
Yes, it cut them. You understand? You can't say it's saved. You have to what? Endure to the end. Come on, young man.
Salaki, so how can a man stand with his chest out and chin up if he knows that he ain't? I don't understand. So what are you saying? Be broken and like, how can you stand, sir, realistically? How can you stand against an enemy who's doing something to you and you just endure it and do nothing back? He's raping your kids. He's killing you. I mean, how can you stand with a straight spinal cord? How do you have balls? Salaki, how?
So okay,
where I'm from, it's not valid. It doesn't validate, sir.
So okay, hold on.
Salaki.
Hold on. Come on, what you was gonna say?
I got a scripture that might help.
Come on, bring it.
Okay, this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
Right. He ain't ripping my kids in here. He ripping what? He ain't ripping my kids in here. That's right. He'll rip my woman in here. You gonna rip my woman in here? You crazy? Come on.
Yeah, he thinking like Martin Luther King, man, like turn the other
Hold
cheek.
on. Come on.
I'm saying like he looking at it like you saying we shouldn't do nothing if they.
No, I don't think that's not what he's saying. Yeah, that's not what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying how can you stand as a man, as a man? First, how can you stand as a man and endure pain and still stand? They don't go.
Okay,
it doesn't make sense to my brain.
I understand what you're saying.
How
you're saying if a man was to come and rape your daughter, right, just to endure it. That's not what I'm saying. If a man come and rape your daughter, you better fight.
But what if he already, Salakia, sir? I'm not talking about in the act of. I'm talking about if he already did it. We cannot go and get revenge.
Right. We cannot go. You're right. We cannot.
So that means that if they get away with doing certain things, like they already got away with doing certain things, then we have to wait for Yahweh Shai to return to get the vengeance.
But if Yahweh Shai coming to get vengeance, then they get away with it. Yeah, you understand? If we had to wait for Yahweh Shai to come back to get vengeance, then get away with it. The white man or your oppressor is going to pay for everything that he did. He is going to pay.
Salakia, but one last question. When you say he's going to pay, but death ain't even that bad. Death is just, it's like that. You know what I mean? So when you say he's going to come and kill everybody, death is like 2 seconds. It's a second. I've seen people get killed my whole life.
I understand.
You know, so death is like that. That doesn't sound like a lot of retribution, if that's the word, or justice. You know what I mean?
Give me Revelation 9 and 13. I'm gonna show you. And that, and no, you need right place, brother. Trust me. You need right place. You go ask a pastor this, he gonna tell you what? Just love. Don't worry about that, brother. Just love everybody. Don't worry about that. In here, you're gonna get the right answers. You understand? Now, give me Revelation 9 and 13. All right. Go ahead, read it for me.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 13.
No, before you read that, right? Death in the Bible, what does it mean? Just like the kingdom of heaven, right? There's context to it, right? So now death could mean what? You get killed and you what? You die, or death could mean what? Punishment. No, give me where it say reward her double. All right, come on. You there, Yanisa?
13 or 13 and 9.
13 and 9, where it say captivity.
I got it, sir. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
He that what?
Leadeth into captivity. Shall go into captivity.
That's that, brother. That's a nice punishment for you right there. That's why we tell Esau or your oppressor, jog, run, get fit. Because picking cotton ain't a hobby. It's work. So don't think when Christ come back, it's just going to be, he going to kill out all your oppressors. Then who going to pick your cotton? Who going to pick your orange? You understand? Who going to plow my land? Who going to plant my field? Who going to plant my rice? I ain't doing it because we've been doing it for over 400 years. I need some slaves. You understand? I need some slaves when Christ return. You know, no oppressor. Come on. Right is right. Right? We serve a just God. Right? We serve you for 400 years. Guess what? You're going to serve us for 400 years. You understand? Come on. Any more? Give me it.
Come on. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you.
What? Reward what?
Reward her, even as she rewarded you.
He ain't getting away.
That's right.
He ain't getting away. He's not. The Lord gonna see it. Read on.
And double unto her.
Not just reward her, just, you know what I mean, for 400 years. Reward her for how much?
And double unto her.
800 years. Think about it that way. You think our captivity is long? When his turn come, he will want to do what? He will want to commit suicide.
That's right.
Guess what? Mr. Johnson, get up. Stop playing. You got work to do. Stop playing. He gonna wake up and he gonna have to do what? Get in the field. He think he commits suicide and just get away from it easy? No, Johnson, get up. Come on, wake up. Stop playing around. Well, you drink cyanide? No, that was just, you know what I mean, whatever. You wake up. Yeah. Come on.
Salaki, so you're talking about, I want to make sure this is real clear, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about revenge in the form of servitude for these people for 800 years, but we're not talking about something that would traumatize them.
What you mean?
I'm talking about we've been traumatized.
Uh-huh.
Everybody got PTSD. So
Uh-huh.
would we traumatize them, or is that against the way that Israelites are? Is that the way will we bring them the trauma that they brought us, or will we just put them into servitude for 800 years? Because all of it's been trauma.
Yeah, they're going to be, brother. What's it? Now hold on. What's the best? What's the best? The best way to describe it is like this. Okay, is what I believe. What I getting to understand. You say whatever they dished out to us, we're going to dish out to them.
Is that true?
Okay, not when it comes to raping.
No, not no rape. Not no rape.
No, I'm just saying. I just clearing it up because if I just say, we're going to do them exactly what they do to us. They rape us. You understand? They lynched us. No, they're going to have to serve out their time.
So it's only servitude. They're not going to be tortured, is what you're saying.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. We're not going to. Okay, just think about this. Is torturing right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Torturing, why was it torturing is right?
Because the same pain that you was endured, you give it out. It's equal.
Right? But so you tell me picking cotton ain't torturing?
It don't sound like much torture.
So okay. Bro, let's continue to come to class. You're going to know what.
Man, I don't care what no one thinks. I don't think that's torture. Picking cotton is not just a form of torture.
Have you ever picked cotton?
No, but I'm talking about real things that torture people for forever. I'm not just talking about picking your hands and getting blood on your fingers from picking cotton.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about things, mental trauma, not physical trauma, sir.
Why would they want to commit suicide?
Who?
Why does Esau commit suicide?
I don't know why Esau commits suicide.
Because it's mental. He doesn't want to live like you. So when the stock market crashes, in his mind, he has to live where? Reality hits him.
So I'm just asking specifically to clarify once again.
Uh-huh.
I want to clarify, according to the scriptures,
uh-huh.
the 800 years that they're going to serve is basically going to be servitude, but it's not going to have any consequences that were as traumatic as ours. So what was put onto this won't be put onto them. It is
going to be traumatic, but not how you would think traumatic is. Not how you would think it is. Slavery was already in itself, without the lynching, traumatic.
Yeah.
It was already traumatic. Like, we are not them. They are evil. You understand? That's why the scriptures say, from the womb, they are what? Come on. Estranged from the womb, meaning from the womb they're evil.
So
you understand?
So Salaki, what you're saying is, so somebody cuts your son up in pieces, like my homeboy been cut up in pieces and thrown in a bag, in a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying it's wrong to do the same thing because of what?
Okay. Why? Okay.
That's what I'm asking.
Why? Okay.
How is that wrong? To dish out the same thing that they get. It's the same thing they already gave us.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same.
And we should really give it to them double fold, is what you're saying.
Right. But I'm just showing you through the scripture that is not how it's going to be. That's not how it's going to be. God gonna have the vengeance. God gonna come down here and kill and slaughter. Give me where it say it's gonna be the bridle.
But murder ain't that bad. Being killed ain't that bad.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a scripture. Give me where it say the blood. Where it talks about the blood gonna be up to the horse's bridle when Christ returns. It's going to be a ton of killing. But we are not like our oppressor in any way. We are not like him in any way, and we will not live like him in any way. We will not submit ourselves to him in any way whatsoever. Come on. What did he say?
This from Officer Kowal, he said, so should we make rape and buck breaking also? Salakia. So I mean, our men, if you go look at the history of slavery, black men were raped by male slave owners. That causes PTSD. That causes mental trauma. So what, we supposed to hire some black men to rape white men?
Salakia, sir, we ain't talking about.
Crazy.
Give me.
Salakia,
I got it right here. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 20. The book of Revelation chapter 14 and verse 20. And the wine press was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the wine press, even unto the horses' bridles.
Even unto the what?
The horses' bridles.
Even unto the horse's bridle. Meaning when Christ returns, there's going to be so much killing, brother.
That's right.
So much vengeance taking place, brother.
Damn
it's
right.
going to be a bloodbath.
Damn.
Salakia, so according to the scriptures, so obviously to answer to that, first off, we don't do no raping of no men because that's sodomite. That's not a form of trauma that I'm talking about inflicting on my oppressor. Period. Just clarification for the record. We don't do none of that. I'm talking about other forms of torture. I'm just trying to clarify. To me, see, I don't know everybody in this room. What I'm saying is killing is not torture. Killing, I don't look at it as torture because you're going to get killed and you're going to die. How much torture did you go through when there's people who've been alive their whole life, been tortured through slavery, through these projects, through the prisons, through it. They've been tortured their whole life. Their whole life. I've been tortured on my whole life. To be killed in a second, I think that's too easy.
Okay, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everybody's going to get killed. I'm saying there's going to be punishment placed on these people. They're going to have to be servants. They're going to have to be slaves. They're going to have to serve. You understand? They're going to have to serve. Come on.
All right. It's so heavy to me because when General Muhammad came in, he was talking about why we train now, and then how we would train when after Yahweh come back and the chariots come down, which we'll have more strength in those days, of course, which is that why we prepare now.
Yes.
Train in the physical.
Yes.
Well, right. But in that we'll be in the spiritual realm, so our powers will be advanced. So I'm just putting it in that sense. So that's when we'll take. They'll be under our kingdom.
Who is that? Esau?
Esau.
Yes, when Christ returned. Okay, I'm going to put it in a nutshell for you, right? They're going to be fighting each other, right?
Like now.
No. On a full-scale nuclear war, they're going to be fighting each other. Christ going to crack the sky.
Right.
They're going to turn their guns to fight Christ.
Right.
Christ with the 200 million angels, with the chariots,
right,
is going to destroy them in 1 hour.
1 hour, right.
1 hour.
Right.
While the brothers and sisters get taken up in the chariots, the ones who he's going to save.
Right.
You understand?
Who's keeping the law, statutes, commandments.
Yes, and brothers who helping out with the truth.
Right.
You understand? Then he's going to put us back in the wilderness. In the wilderness, we're going to train and we're going to come as a unit. That's in Joel.
Right.
And then we're going to conquer the earth. Right. We're going to do some killing. That's why it says what? You all ain't give me the one in Jeremiah where it says we're going to be fishers. Right now, we're going to be fishers of men. Come on.
Salakia, sir. So wouldn't it be safe to say at the end of the day, like everything that we've gone through as far as that mental slavery, right? And I think this is what you were saying earlier. They are not going to be able to withstand a portion of what we went through.
No nation could have gone through what we went through.
So with them not being able to withstand what we went through, that's going to be more torment and that's going to be more PTSD on them than it is on us because we went through it. They can't go through it mentally nor physically.
Right. And also too, just remember, right? Just remember, when Christ's kingdom return, right? What's going to be in effect?
God's laws.
Laws. So could you just wake up one morning and just kill somebody. You can't just wake up. Why? It's the law. The law going to have what you could do what? To a slave? What you can't do to a slave. Guess who didn't follow the laws? The oppressor.
Right.
He what? He killed us. He lynched us. He murdered us. You understand? That's why when Christ returned, they're going to have what? No mercy. They have no mercy to get from the Most High. None. Come on.
So basically, we should keep them all alive. That way we can make sure we get our torture. We don't kill them now. That way we can make sure they don't get an easy way out, and we can torture them for 800 years.
Okay, you're saying you would torture, brother. You know what I mean? Don't worry, you keep on coming to class, and you're gonna see that he's going to pay nonetheless. You don't worry about that. What you worried about is your brother in the streets. Get him out the streets, and bring him in the class. You understand? That's what we worried about. Bring your Tyrone and them in here, so they could learn how to conquer a nation. Come on.
Salaki, if I may, sir, what you're saying is so heavy, and I think kind of piggyback on what Sister Doc said, because whether you want to call it torture or pain or whatever is relative. There's, I'm gonna be fast, but there's a movie, you know what I'm saying? There's a movie you can see called Little Shop of Horrors, famous movie, whatever. And at one part of that movie, there's a cat. There's this dentist who's like a sadist. He's like a sick person who loves to inflict pain on people and all of that. And this cat comes in there, and he's like a mess. He loves pain. So this dude is trying to hurt him, and he's loving it. And he's just like, yo, I love it. Do more. And it's like, yo, and it made him mad. Like, yo, get the hell out of my office.
Right.
Because I like inflicting pain. I don't like seeing people like what I'm doing.
Right.
Get out of here. So it's like, it's relative. What you said, what we went through, only we can go through. A devil, if he had to live as a black man for one day, he would jump off a effing bridge.
Yeah.
He would jump off a bridge because being black for one day is just too much.
Yes.
So just being in slavery, picking cotton for imagine telling Donald Trump to pick cotton for 3 hours. He would rather shoot himself in the head. He would rather die than that. Salakia.
Come on. Yeah, he ain't going. I'm telling you. Trust me. You know what I mean? Don't worry about, you know what I mean, the torture or whatever. It's coming. Christ going to inflict it enough. The Most High, he going to make sure the Esau pays, or oppressor pays. What we have to do as a people, we got to stop smoking. We got to get off the drugs. You understand? We got to get right as a people. You understand? I'm gonna leave you with this. Give me Romans 12 and 19. Come on. One last thing, right? No, young man.
Salaki, I've never been in a Christian church, but it sounds like the same thing. No disrespect. When they to turn the cheek or something like that, or somebody says
you're not listening.
But when I am very listening, I'm listening to you very
because if you were listening, you will not hear that I'm saying turn the cheek.
You're saying that the revenge, the only pain that can be inflicted on our oppressor is through self-defense at that time. That's what you're telling me.
At what time you talking about?
The time that your daughter's being raped and you're there to protect her. The time that you're being shot at in the moment and you're able to have a pistol to protect yourself.
Okay, so when do you want to inflict revenge?
I'm talking about when something happens to you for your daughter. If somebody come and shoot your daughter, sir. Are you with me, sir?
Yeah.
I'm a realist. If someone come and shoot your daughter,
right,
and you cannot get them right at that time, you're gone. You're out at the slave.
Right.
You're not entitled by the scriptures to be able to take that revenge, sir.
Prove that to me.
It's also you can.
No. Prove it to me.
You either can or you can't.
Get the Bible and prove what you're saying to me.
I'm asking you, are we entitled to be able to get our revenge if we're not there at the time for things that have happened?
No, you cannot get revenge.
for something that has happened to your daughter.
You cannot get revenge right now, brother.
So
one killing one white man is not revenge for what Esau did to all of us.
I'm not talking about what they did for all of us. I'm talking about what they did to your daughter. So.
My one daughter is, I'm not thinking as an individual, brother.
I'm talking about in the case that your daughter is shot and killed by the police.
Right.
If she's shot and killed and you're not there to protect her, when you come back, can you come back at another time and take his life?
What is that? That is revenge.
I'm asking you yes or no. Can you do it? Yes
no,
or no?
you cannot do that.
The what?
You want to go to jail, you could do it. But give me what Revelation said to do. Romans.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12.
I know you're going to have to prove it to me. Prove what you're saying. Prove what you're saying. Prove what you're saying. Somebody give him a Bible so you can prove what he's saying. Come on.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
What?
Avenge not yourselves.
What's the Bible saying? Read it again.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
You understand? Somebody comes in and shoot my daughter, brother, bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be looking for justice. Bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be looking for justice. I'm going to be looking for the right kind of justice. I'll follow every command that Commander Jeremy Hanna gives me. And I'm not going to take it upon myself to go do anything that's going to jeopardize this nation as a people. You understand? No, if you want to go do it, that's on you, but I'm not jeopardizing the nation. You understand? I'm not. Because, read it one more time.
God, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Most High.
Who's going to repay?
The vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Most High.
Who's going to repay for the slaughter of Brown? What's his name? Michael Brown? Mike Brown?
I will repay, saith the Most High.
God is going to repay him. You understand? Who's going to repay for Sandra Blanche?
I will repay, saith the Most High.
Let's get off for the cigarettes first.
Damn right.
Let's get off for the weed first. The drugs. Let's leave the drugs alone first. Let's clean ourselves up first. Let's do all the cleaning up first. Now, somebody come to take your life, you could do what? Defend yourself. I'm not telling you to turn your cheek. This is not the goddamn Christian church.
That's right.
It ain't. And if you think it's the Christian church, try us and see. Try us and see if we're the Christian church. We're not the Christian church. You understand? We're not. Right? The Lord is going to repay Esau for everything that he does. You understand? Somebody tries to take your life, you defend it with your life. Your daughter's life, you defend it. You understand? We ain't cowards in here. You understand?
Right.
We're going to defend it. Right? Any more on that? With that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer Yanazar. Let's get the arms. Yeah, come on this way. No. Come on this way.
Security announcement. We are the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation.
I think it's November. Hanukkah.
Hanukkah was November 28th,
November 20th.
which will be Hanukkah, which will take place November 28th. Okay? One of my favorites. Remind Akium and Aquatium to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, Amadium. Oh, okay, most sign correct.
Yeah, we just said the Lord pray.
Kanawakan, sir. Most sign correct. Wapinya Akwadam, which means turning